Now, usually when I do my reviews, I'm doing reviews of gentlemen from a certain era in time or modern fashionistas. I'm doing beautiful, innocent young girls like Momoko or Poppy Parker, or sometimes I'm even doing secret agents. Today, I am doing somebody who is probably one of the most notorious gangsters ever to grace the film screen. You can't exactly tell this from the sculpt, but this, ladies and gentlemen, is Al Pacino as he appeared in as Michael Corleone in the Godfather trilogy. Obviously, this is the young Michael Corleone from Godfather 1. We'll get to that in a second, but first let me clarify that this is not a fully licensed product. What this is a knockout, drop down, head to toe, unbelievable set called Chicago Gangster 3 Deluxe Edition. It is by DID, Dragon and Dreams. This is an entire gift set that you're basically looking at. I've set up a diorama, and I think what I'll do is I will start with Michael himself, and then I will talk about the pieces of this diorama because it really is an extraordinary piece of work. So let's talk about Michael first and talk about his face sculpt. It is, even in person looking at it, it has a lot that's really, really good. Dragon in Dreams does do amazing detailing with the face, sculpt-wise. You can tell at the cheekbones, there is just like the slightest hint of a 5 o'clock shadow in his upper lip and around his jawline. It's a little rugged, like it's the end of the day. He does have a twinkle, even though the face is quite serious and the lips are serene. There is a bit, they've done some really nice detailing with his brown eyes that they have a bit of a shine to them. So there's like a highlight there. The browing, there's like different, like very slight detailing in the eyebrows shading wise. So you can tell that there's like individual strands of brows. And there's not quite bags under his eyes, but there is a little bit of redness around his eye to let you know that he's very tired. No gray hair in his eyes, but you can see individual strands of hair in his haircut. It does not look like Al Pacino, and okay, full disclosure, I'm part Sicilian. The one thing my Sicilian grandfather asked of me was never to watch a Godfather movie, so I have never seen any of the Godfather movies all the way through. I can't even say I've seen more than 10 minutes of it. So I can't tell you what a young Pacino looks like, because I have not seen a young Pacino. I think the only movie of his I've ever seen all the way straight through, and if anybody's watching this who knows him, I apologize, Mr. Pacino. It's not personal. You just keep making gangster movies. Why do you do this? You're Italian. You shouldn't be doing this to your people. You should do more movies like Scent of a Woman. Anyway, that's the only movie of his I've ever seen. And everyone's like, oh my God, TMI, Barbara, TMI. But anyway, so this is a lovely, lovely sculpt of a face. It's just not Al Pacino. He is dressed in a tux, which Michael, I guess, wore a bit. With DID, it is a real button, so it's tricky for me to really get into like how much of this is removable. I do not believe he's wearing a vest underneath. He is not, though I am going to hold it up so you can see that they did a nice job seaming the tux, that you can see that this is a tailored, it's meant to look like a tailored shirt, and the bow tie is attached with elastic, which I always love. The shirt itself will come off with Velcro, which I'm assuming means the trousers, which will have Does not have a belt. Ooh. Yay. This makes me happy. I'm sorry. Ultimately, I'm probably going to cry trying to get the buttons off, but for a tux, this is very nicely fitted on him. It really is. It's very nicely fitted on him. I'm just surprised that they did not do the whole belt thing, because sometimes they will do that. He is wearing socks. And his shoes really lace. And they're kind of Oxford style shoes. So this is a dress shoe. It's not the tuxedo loafer, but it's a Oxford style shoe with real laces. So that's a very nice detail. And since the pants go over the shoes, you can always cheat like hell and cover the shoes that you can't lace because your fingers are too fat. His hands right here are flat, and if you'll notice, and I'm going to hold this up, his left hand, the fingers are individualized, and that is because in this bag of accessories, you will see he has both a cigarette and a wedding ring because he does eventually marry Kay. I think that's in Godfather 2. But it is a nice little simple gold band that he will wear. Okay. Obviously, he does also come with hands to hold or to fight with, and obviously he takes his rings off when he's going to fight. He also comes with a really nice looking watch. And again, what I like about it is it's a simple, you strap it on. But it's an unusual, the clock face is a little bit unusual. I haven't seen one like that before, even in integrity. So this okay, just for the parts alone at this point, you're already doing bank. Now, let's talk about now, if you had just gotten the figure would come in this box, which would say Michael Gangster 3 DID, and it would come with a much smaller but still very usable backdrop just to pose him. So this is the same. This is one part of his office. I guess it's the office facing in one direction. This is the office just facing his desk. So basically, this couch and chair that you see here is now over here. So this is a reverse angle of the room. So this is a much longer, this is almost like Michael is now looking out from his desk into the rest of his office. So what else? So you get this, so you get this much larger with the deluxe edition diorama. So let me move a couple of things so we can start to show it to you. You have on one side, you have, this is obviously none of this can move, but you have like a fireplace setting. You get the idea that this is some kind of a gallery, this is a much larger room, probably in the center of the house. You would enter from the two doors there. And then there is, as I said, the couch, the couch and the chair. And there you see the corner of his desk. You see Michael's head, but you see the corner of his desk. So this is a much larger view of the room. Now, what else do you get? And I'm going to try to set this up so you can see very quickly what else. I mean, there's like massive playability here, and I think you've already sensed that. Okay. So the first thing that you get is the chair that you saw Michael sitting in It is, I'm going to tell you this right now. All the pieces of furniture that I'm going to be talking about are heavy. This is not plastic. This is wood. And it's got some nice gold leafing detailing. This is a wood chair. When it is shipped basically like this. So it's in the box and it comes flat like this with the cushion in it. Now the cushion is a real cushion. Oops. It is a real cushion. And as you can see, it has nice patterning on it with gold trim. The harder side goes down flat. And the front side has a little bit of a curve to it. So, you know, this is the front and then the back is straighter. But that is one very solid chair. I'm going to put Michael back in it. The next piece is this lamp. It is made out of metal and it is aged or worn, so you can see that certain parts of it look a little bit tarnished, look a little bit worn. You can tell the parts that people would have touched up here. You can tell where people would have put their fingers to turn things on or off or to hold it, where other places are a bit more solid. The shade is cloth with metal framing. It ships in 2 pieces. This lies flat in the box as one piece. The shade is another piece. It is cream with the white detailing there. It's all one piece and it's very nicely, very tightly put together. And then you just do this. There is no light bulb, so this does not light. It doesn't need to. It's very nice. The next piece is, oops, I was trying to do this so that wouldn't fall off, but it is a small end table with various pieces that I will now talk about and take off one by one. The first piece is a small vase of 3 flowers. The flowers are paper. They don't smell. They're roses. But what's nice is if you have other flowers, these come out. So you can switch out whatever flowers you want. The next piece is a cup and saucer. Obviously, he takes his coffee black. It does come with a spoon, which I will show you. I just did not want to take the spoon out for very obvious reasons. The next piece requires a little bit of historical perspective. Once upon a time, phones actually were not one square piece, but were 2 pieces, and they were hefty. This is not the kind of phone I grew up with. The kind of phone I grew up with was something else. You'll probably see it later on in a Rement review. But basically how this would work is you would speak into this circular part and listen like this. That's how it would work. Or that's how you would pose him holding it if he was taking a phone call. There would also be a cord in the back there. I did put Michael's watch on the table. We've talked about it. But just in case, really, again, just a really nice watch. Interesting watch face. There is a gun, which, again, I have mixed emotions about for a whole lot of reasons. It is true to the period. It is a revolver. And the barrel does move out far enough that if you wanted to load the enclosed bullets that come with it, you can do that. The table itself is 2 different pieces. The very top is wood. The rest of it, this is also wood, with, again, gold leafing detail all the way around. This part, the stem down to the legs, this is metal. You will kill someone if you throw this at them. I don't recommend doing that, obviously, but if you need a list, I can provide people. Very nice detailing. And that is the furniture. So again, it's all that very Art Deco-y 1930s period. I have not seen The Godfather, like I said, so it's hard for me to know if this young Michael was the 1930s. I thought actually it was the 1940s or 50s. And maybe it was, and they just live in a time warp. What a surprise, gangsters living in a time warp. But, okay. So that's the setup. There is one other accessory that it comes with that I think is very cute, and this is why it would probably mean more to me if I actually watched the movie. Comes with a bulldog. The bulldog is plastic. It is a textured paint job here that it feels, and you can see in the paint there is the detailing in brush strokes to give it the look of the short fur that a bulldog would wear. He is wearing a collar. I have no idea if it comes off. I'm not going to try. I think it could. I'm not going to try. He's cute. Yeah. Oops. Hopefully all of you are familiar with dog anatomy. I don't have to go into that, but it's a male dog. So yeah, do you get this figure? I'll be honest with you, I got this for the parts. I got this because I wanted to have this particular backdrop because I do have a lot of different scenes in my head that would go perfectly with this. I got it for the backdrops. I got it for the furniture. I did not get it because I am a fan of The Godfather. I'm not. I don't like mob movies. I'm Italian. I think there's better ways to talk about ourselves. But when you're talking about, first of all, not a bad looking guy, it just doesn't look like Pacino. I'm sorry. This is not Al Pacino, even a young Al Pacino. I guess maybe he's got really good lawyers who don't like it when people do his sculpt. The suit is really nice. The detailing in his tux is really nice. The shoes are really nice. You can undress him and do that. Oops. I love all the accessories. Love the lamp. This is definitely worth the price. And this is not a fashion doll. This is an action figure. So you would have, my dealer is Cotswold. I don't know if they have any left in stock, but you can certainly find this. Anybody who does Dragon and Dreams, DID, they are going to have this figure. And you can certainly find it, and you can certainly get it. And I would get it just for all the pieces it comes with. I think that's worth the price. I really do. It's a great set. Of course, you know, mob aside. So I'm very happy with this. I totally suggest that you get it. And I hope you enjoy it. So for Michael Corleone, not Al Pacino, and for Dragon and Dreams, this is Barbara, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.